Okay, today we're going to go over my recommended free photo editing app. So I just selected the photo that I want to use, and now I'm going to turn up the brightness on my screen all the way. Okay, so now we're going to go in and do we need to adjust the brightness on the image itself? Maybe. Then we will actually get into the editing. You also could add text and stickers if you want, but I mostly just do the editing. So one of the first things that I always go to is the focus button because I think that's really important, especially with product photography. I can choose the exact spot that I want in focus and then kind of the amount that is in focus, which would be equivalent to the f-stop on a regular camera. So that's a pretty cool effect that it has, and it's free, so yay for that. Most of what I do is under adjust because there's so many different things that I can play with, including the temperature, the tint, and fade, which is one of my ultimate favorites. It's really cool what you can do, and I think it just adds a really nice quality to some of the photos and makes them look a little bit less like a phone photo, which is always nice. Based upon the brand, I decide if I want the images to be cooler or warmer. Unfortunately, there is no 4x5 template crop. So I will say that if anything, err to the side of less cropped. And then if you have a scheduling program like what I use later, you can edit the cropping to be exactly into the Instagram portrait size, which is 4x5, and then you are good to go. Then I move over to a section called Blemish, which I actually haven't seen in any of their free editing apps. And while it doesn't take out things completely like you could in Photoshop or another paid program, it does a pretty good job of removing things, especially if they're really visible, like a discoloration from a stain or a darker mark. It does better with darks than lights, but it still helps for sure. To get the flatter look that I like in photos, I decrease both my shadows and contrast. And that's all I do when I edit my photos, and then I save them to the camera roll, and they are all ready to go. Check out the two befores and afters.